Hi everyone, welcome to my channel at AI Cooking Club. This channel, I have been using it to broadcast and make videos about how I use AI to assist with coding, especially building iOS apps. Usually, the channel has been featuring Chinese content, but today I think while I'm at the launch day of Ada, I am going to run another session using English to talk to my audiences, especially um, our early founding members or users of Ada. As you may know, if you are one of my subscribers in the Substack newsletter or one of the followers in any of my social media channels, today is the launch day for my app Aida. As you can see, it is in the current screen in the website. I have been announcing about the launch of this app since about a month ago, and then I didn't put it online right away. This time around, I tried another strategy to do the pre-order, and that's why you may have been seeing posts or like sharings for the whole month. And this is a new strategy that I tried, and it's actually quite interesting to me, and I learned a lot from this whole process. Surprisingly, while I set the launch date to be May 15th in Asia time, it was actually being posted or like being published by App Store 2 hours before midnight for me. So I guess it is kind of using the Australian New Zealand time, which is like the earliest time zone of the day, as a measure to start releasing the app to the pre-order users. So right now it is kind of almost midnight. It's like 11 p.m. for me here in Asia, and the time that I was notified about the launch was at 10 p.m. yesterday. So I instantly pull out some of the marketing materials and then started posting online and things like that. Yeah, but all things are good. It's been a whole day already. I have been like posting in the website. So the website has been around for more than a month, and due to time constraint, I didn't change much yesterday until today. I only updated a little bit. Like as you can see, there is the new banner here talking about the app has been launched, and also I changed a little bit icon or wordings so that you know now it is available on App Store. By tapping the link here or here, you can see what it looks like in the store right now. So I was showing this website to some other audiences earlier today. You can see like some preview, some demo videos, and how it looks right now. So for the month, since the first announcement, I have been collecting a lot of feedback from our founding members, and then did a bunch of updates to the app. This is something I want to show to you right now in this live session. But first of all, if you want to support me, one way, of course, is with the founding member. But the other thing you can also do is to just go down in this website, and there is a Substack newsletter over here. By subscribing to it, you will receive roughly weekly emails from me talking about my personal experiences, the journey of making this app, and might be some of the future roadmap as well. So you can subscribe here to get news from me about the app, about the product roadmap, about some of my entrepreneurial experiences. So back to App Store. Right now, the app is supporting, I believe, 5 languages at the moment, including English, Chinese, and German. So if you are from a different country using a different native language and you really want us to include support to your language, please send me a message, let me know. So if you are watching the replay of this live session, you can also leave the comment underneath, and then I will talk to you and reply to you on that regard. So inside the Substack newsletter, as I just mentioned, I have been sending a few emails for the past few weeks already. One of the latest email is about the launch party today, and this includes the topics that I'm going to cover right now, like some of the features, highlights in the current version. So we'll go through all these. But first of all, I want to share about some of the core values behind building this app. Based on my previous experience of building apps, I think I have more than 13 years of making iOS apps already. So I could say I've seen a lot, and it's not just about the product development side, but also on customer service, marketing, and things like that. And in building this app, what I really want to do is to make an app that serves these core values. And these values serve as the basis of making Ada and the other future apps. So they are like clear, which means when you launch the app, it should be really clear that you can look up the thing you want easily. You can do the thing you want easily. It should be fast, where you can quickly navigate through the app and find the information you want. It should be simple to use and not like bulky or with a lot of noise. It should have very low entry of barrier, so that you don't really need to learn in order to use it. And the last thing is reliability. This is not mentioned that much. However, this has become really important, not only to me, but also to a lot of the users. You really want an app that could sync with other devices seamlessly without any flaw. You also want a stable app which doesn't crash when you are working on something really important. So these are the core values I want to put it into foundation when building Ada. And now let's take a look on some of the feature, and I will show you how we achieve this how we achieve these core values throughout those feature sets. So this is the iOS app, the iPhone version. Right now you are seeing the simulator on my machine. So it might look like a little bit different from yours when you download it from the App Store. But all in all, it's just very similar, which I'm working on some of the enhancements after the initial launch. As you launch the app, you come to this day view, which is inside the planner mode. You can easily navigate between days by swiping on the blank area. So it is really fast to navigate between days. if you want to jump over to some other days, you can pull up this calendar from the bottom and then tap on a specific day directly. You can also go to other months like this by swiping on top of the month. And of course, at any time, if you want to go back to today, there are a few ways for you to do it. There is a today button here. There's a today button here as well. So these are like something very common. But something I want to bring up is that for the scrolling here, I intentionally make it an infinite view. For many of the similar apps in the market, they don't really make it infinite in a way that if you scroll enough times, they would just hit a wall in the beginning or in the end. I feel like this is not good enough. So what I am doing here is that you can scroll as much as possible and it will be on an infinite basis. So I have shown you some of the ways to quickly switch between some days, and likely there are some closer by days. What if I'm going to jump over to a far future? In most of the other apps, what you do is to just keep scrolling many times, maybe over 100 times, just to get to a certain point. But I think there might be a better way. For example, if you are pulling down here, there is this quick action sheet. Usually you use it to search for the content in the app. But what I am doing here is that you can just give a certain date, like something next year. By typing next year, you can already recognize and compile the date of the next year. So you can just tap it and it will immediately jump over to a future date. So I think there is a small but here because that future date shouldn't have any content yet. Let's take a look in the month calendar. It should be empty. There's no dots here. So I think there is a little bug that I need to solve. It is still showing 2 days content. And yeah, let's try again. Tap future date. Okay, like this. It should jump over to a future date, and with the date wheel is showing that particular date. So one of the things that I usually do is that every week I will do review of the past few weeks. And what I usually do is to jump back 4 weeks ago. So I would type it here as 4 weeks ago. Then this will be the way for me to jump back in time to a certain date, like this. So then I can just flip it over to review what I have been doing over the last few weeks. I find it really helpful to quickly jump back. Otherwise, what I might do in the past is to have a look on the monthly calendar and then count it 1, 2, and then 3, 4. And sometimes by flipping over the month, I may lose the context of where I am looking at. So this provides a really cool way for me to jump to a particular day, either using an absolute date or a relative time. So other than the planner view, which is mostly helpful for planning for a particular day and usually to give me an insight of what's happening today, and then I can just like go through the list, follow it throughout the day. But then for some bigger projects, we need something different. So here there is a way for you to switch over to the project mode. And now we are in the project list with some specialists and also some custom project lists. For instance, I can go into the launch project and take a look of what we have here. At this particular moment, I can jump back to the planner easily without losing context. Let's say in the planner view, I want to take a look of what I have on the plate for tomorrow. And then I also want to jump back to project view to take a look inside the project. So maybe by now I have a better context, and then I can add a new task or action for tomorrow. So I pull up this new action sheet, and then tomorrow maybe I should post some social media post to social media. So for your information, since I'm using the simulator on my machine, you don't see the software keyboard. But if you are using it on iPhone, most of the time you should see the keyboard like this. And the text area is like this with the title and the notes areas. And with that, I can set the date like this and scroll it through to the date I want like this. I can also set the time just by tapping here to switch over to time, and I may do it in the morning of my time zone like this. If you want to see more controls about the date and time, you can first dismiss the keyboard here, and now you will see more controls. We don't have too many things for action, but we might have more for events, like the start and date. So it's very easy to go around the controls and to start using the app and putting content into it. Now I have the new action added to this project and also to tomorrow. Well, actually, let's see. Did I change something wrong? I think I put it to 2 days, in 2 days. So let me update it to tomorrow like this. And now I can switch back to planner mode and see the action is available over there. Someone may ask, what does it mean for the dots over here? When you see the dot, it means it's today. If you flip to the other day, the dot moves down to that particular date, which is today. So it makes it easy to recognize the date of today. So this is like the basic feature for the switching between the planner and the project modes. It's very helpful for you to navigate quickly between different views. And of course, you can also use the quick actions to do just that. For the next thing I want to show you is about the iPad support. Since the announcement, the number one feature that was asked is to have the iPad layout. So that was the first thing I worked on about a month ago. And now let me show you how it looks on iPad. Here it is. iPad, the biggest difference is to have a big screen. And with more real estate, we can accommodate more content at the same time. So with the iPad, we will have the sidebar showing kind of like the project list and the calendar. In the top left calendar, you do just the same for the bottom calendar on iPhone. You can of course swipe through the months, tap to switch to a different date, and so on. Another big difference on iPad is that many people would use the iPad with an external keyboard, so they tend to use more keyboard shortcuts. So we also include that in the iPad build as well. For instance, while we are showing the list of items of today, we can use the arrow buttons to move the focus over to the different item. Let's say I am pressing the down arrow here. We can move up and move down through the list. If I want to show a certain item, I can just press enter to show it on the right. Because we have so much space on iPad, I choose to show the item detail on the right side, which gives us a lot of benefits. For example, while we are showing this particular item or action, I can continue to press a down arrow to switch to another item like this. If I want to start editing this item, I can press enter, and the cursor comes to here, and I can start typing. To press escape, I can leave the editing mode. Press escape again, we can close the detail page. One more time, we will dismiss the focus. So there are 3 layers here. 1, 2, 3 to edit, and then escape 1, 2, 3, like that. When we are in the item detail, we also support more of the note formatting. You can do a bold or italic, or even do some bullet lists and checklists. The checklists are tappable, where you can tap one time to check, or long press to put a cross, meaning cancelled. You can also, let's see. So we have a little bit but here. We should have a longer text area to edit. Yeah, so this is what happens often. What often happen when I'm doing live stream. I am making the changes in between and then do the live stream. So it's really a reality show. We can also use some of the keyboard shortcuts to switch between days. Like in this case, if I am doing a command and arrow key, like command right, command left, command down, command up. I can also do a command option right to jump by a month or jump back. You can also use some keyboard shortcuts to switch to some special lists here, like to the inbox, anytime, someday, or use Command F to show the quick actions, where you have some of the options through the quick jump or up down arrow to move the focus and then jump it over. So it becomes very handy to navigate to different parts of the app. So other than the internal part of the app, I also want to show you some of the external part. As a planning app, notification and reminders are really important. When we receive the notification, you can see it in the notification center. One of the things that I did is to have some sort of preview for the notification. On iPad, if you long press on the notification, it will have the preview in it, and it can actually show all the rich text formatting as well as the image attachment here in the preview. So you don't have to open the app but still be able to see what's going on. If I do a defer 5 minutes option here, we can see what happens. So it was notified at 4:45 p.m. today. If I do 5 minutes here, and now go back to the app. Let's see. Should be this one. It becomes 11:30 because right now it is about 11:27 p.m. for me, and then it will defer to the closest 5 minutes based on the current time. So this is how you can defer an action and then have a new notification in the upcoming time. So you might have noticed we include widgets in this build already, and we have two big categories of widgets. Let me show you. So I'm testing on my machine, so you might see two builds. But we have two categories of widgets. One is list of different sizes, and the other one is calendar. Let's say I'm choosing the medium here for the list and the calendar here. Calendar medium as well, and put it here. Alright. You can customize this. For instance, in this medium widget, edit it. You can see, oh, this is a calendar widget, right? You can choose either date or calendar. By choosing calendar, you get like a month by month calendar view. It might be a little bit small, but there are some dots here indicating how busy you are in the day. Other than using calendar dots, you can also change to a different style using the heat map. Some people really like the idea of heat map. The darker it is, the busier you are. For the list here, you can pretty much change it to show any list in the app, like those special lists or different projects. In the layout, you can switch it to a calendar plus list layout, which means you get to see the calendar on one side and then the list on the other side. If the list is showing today, you can also jump between days, like switch to another day here, and then it will be able to show the list for that day, like tomorrow. Sometimes the titles are longer and harder to see. You can actually hide the time display here, like this. And other options include open the app to create a new action, or you can simply say complete that particular action. When you launch the app again, you will see it becomes completed. So there are a number of things that we have implemented in this build. And as I showed you earlier, there are rich text formatting support and image attachment already. In order to do these kind of changes, you can first highlight the text content, and then there is a format menu button here. These are the basic formatting we support as of today. You can change it to bold like this. So you have some inline formatting and also some prefix formatting, like bonus and checkbox, things like that. So I think these are easy enough to understand. One more thing that I want to show you is how to better make use of this iPad layout. As we are showing one of the action details, we see this is a pretty long note and I want more area to show the content. In this case, you can also hide the sidebar here to provide more spaces, which is basically a focus mode that you get. So as we saw earlier, in the quick action, we can use the natural language to put the date and time into it. So I think why not we also use that when we are creating a new action. Say for instance, I can type tomorrow 5 p.m. like this. If it detects a certain date and time, it will show an overlay and let you know what it detects. If the cursor is no longer in the detected area, the overlay goes away and I can continue writing in it. Say prepare for dinner. Once I move the cursor back, the overlay shows up again. I can tap to accept it and it removes the detected text. We can check whether it applies correctly. Like there is a 5 p.m. showing up here, but we don't see like the whole information. We can dismiss the keyboard. And then now we are able to see it updates the start date as well as the time here. Tap save. And now it shows up in tomorrow's daily plan. So this is basically the things that I want to show you for now. We actually have a lot more to cover, but maybe you can find out yourself. Something like tap here to show the quick actions where you can go in and things like that. We also have a lot of plans going on. I can actually show you some of the feedback from our users. Right now, if you are using the app and you want to take a look on the feature set and provide feedback, you can go into the settings page and leave a comment to me. That will show up in my system over here. As you might see, some of the early requirements are iPad, widgets, and image attachment. They are done already. Right now, one of the major goals I'm working on is the Mac app. yeah, in progress. And there are already some new comments today. So I'm very happy to receive so many feedback, and then I can have a lot of the things to work on. Yeah, so it is a long-term project, and I'm happy to kickstart with the launch today. Going forward, I will be writing more of the Substack newsletters, as you can see over here. This will share my thinking process, my journey, and things like that. So I'm happy to take questions, but if there are no questions, you can also watch the replay and then leave comments down below. Since it's a little bit late for me already, I guess I will just stick around for a few more minutes and see if there are any people coming in and chat with me. And for now, I think maybe we can just do some debugging together. And let's see. So this is the wheel I was working on. And what was the issue earlier? When I'm editing an existing action, this has a long note. And now there is a big kind of space underneath. So since we are AI Coding Club, we use a lot of the AI to help with it, especially during the analysis of the issue. So I can take a screenshot of this part. I will put to my coding agent and ask it to find the issue for me. Let's see. When editing the logs, test will height should be interesting. It's just the test wheel height. Yeah, for anyone watching the live stream, feel free to say hi. We just covered some of the features that are available as of today, and right now I am working on some enhancements to this note area. Okay, let's take a look. Editing. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's all showing up. Very cool. And then if I am not editing, then it has maximum height. If I'm showing another note which has shorter note, then the spacing, the height here is kind of minimized. The reason of doing this is because when I create a new one and start typing, and if I dismiss the keyboard like this, it will be able to show the time picker or the day picker right away in the same screen. So we have a better understanding of what's underneath here. So now another thing I want to fix is that I want to start editing again, but I can only edit it by tapping next to the title, not the white area here. So I am again, let me try to take a screenshot. This is the screenshot, and I'm giving some indication like this. Maybe not that good. Undo, say with an arrow, tap this area. So I'm dragging this to the coding agent. Tap the arrow area to start editing the notes. Yeah, so this is one of the workflows that I usually do these days. I rely on AI agent to help with making some small changes, but I'm also checking the code on every change. So basically, I am the reviewer of the source code of my AI colleague. So I make sure I understand what's going on, make sure the app is stable and reliable, but at the same time leverage AI to speed up the whole process. I think this human in the loop cooperation is really good in terms of, especially with the current state of the art of AI. So this is my major workflow these days. Discard the change. While we are waiting, let me also check some other layouts. If the iPad, we are not using kind of full screen, it will mimic what it looks like on the iPhone version, using the sheet to display this item detail. So if I am showing like this, it looks good. If I'm editing, it has kind of the full screen as well, so very nice. Okay. Now switch back to full screen. Okay, I think it takes more time than expected to fix this. So maybe for now, I'm going to wrap up our live stream today because it's pretty late for me already. It has been a full day since launch of Ada, and thank you so much for supporting us throughout the journey. But this is just a start, a brand new start. And I hope you enjoy the stream and the content. If you want me to talk more about the background story, the feature set, the plans in English, let me know. Otherwise, for the YouTube channel, generally I would do it in Chinese version. Okay, so again, thank you so much. If you want to support me further, either come to join us as a founding member, or you can also subscribe to the Substack newsletter here so that you will receive my weekly updates about the app. Alright, so time to wrap up and see you again soon. Bye.